Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel AI 0 to 0. Today we are going to explore remaining Python basic part. Okay, so in the last video I have explained about variable data type conversion in Python and the basic operators and expression in the Python. In this video I will going to explain about conditional statement, which is generally used for decision making, and we will look loops, okay, for loop and while loop. Along with that I will explain about the function and the module, how we can create function and modules. Okay, so guys, stay tuned and let's get started. Okay, so yeah, conditional statement are being used when we need a decision making condition, okay, statement. So it can be written with if statement or else if statement or if else statement. So there are like three to four types, okay, or through that we can use a conditional statement. So let's start with the if statement. So if statement in if statement we will use if keyword, okay, like this, and after that we will add condition. If condition will be true, then internal block of if condition will be executed. Like suppose here, like age equal to 70, this is the variable we define. After that we have provided a condition like if age is greater than equal to 18, okay, then it will print it, you are eligible for vote. But if you see age here, age equal to 70, if you keep 70 here, so 17 is not greater than 80, so this condition will false, then this statement will not print. Okay, if you see I'm just running it and nothing is being printed. Okay, so now if I keep 19 or more than 18 and if I run it, okay, then it is printing you are eligible for vote. Okay, so if you see, like if you keep 90 value here at the place of age, then 90 is greater than equal to 18, that's true, then condition is true, that's why it is printing. Okay, coming to the second type, if else statement. Like in this we add a if with condition, and somehow if condition is being filled in the of if statement, then else statement will be printed. Okay, so if you see here, like if temperature is 45, okay, if you keep temperature value here 45 is greater than 30, yes, this is true, that means this condition is true, so it will print it's a hot day. Okay, if you see here, it is printing it's a hot day. But if you keep this less than 30, okay, so now if you keeping the temperature on 25, so here at the place of temperature you are keeping 25, so 25 is greater than 30, the like statement is false. Then once a statement will false, then it will not go inside the if condition. Okay, it will go into else. So in the else it is showing it is not too hot, so if you run it, it will show it is not too hot. Okay, okay, next next is if else condition. Sometimes we need like multiple condition in the hierarchy. Okay, in the sequence I can say. So then in that case we will use if else. Like suppose you have a condition for the if. Okay, so you are writing it. After that again you need it one more condition after, like in a sequence I can say. So then you have to use an else if. Okay, so if you see, like suppose you want to check grade based on the score. So like if you see, when you want to check the grade, there are multiple conditions. Like if the score is more than 90 or between 90 and 100, then the score grade will be A. If your score is 80 to 90, okay, then B, grade B. If your score is 70 to 80, then grade will be C. Otherwise, it will D. Like below 70, it will D. So if you see here, like we have a multiple condition in the hierarchy. Like if one condition will fail, then it will check for the next one. If next fail, then it will check for third one. If all these conditions fail, then it will go for else condition. So same things we can achieve, using if else condition. Okay. If you can check it here, like if score is 75, so where this 75 will lie? 75 is greater than 90? No. 75 is greater than 90? No. 75 is greater than 70? Yes. So if it is true, okay, then this grade C will be printed. Okay. So this is a way like how multiple condition can be used in if else condition. Okay. Coming to the nested, if statement. Sometimes we need condition inside the condition. Okay, this was the label. Okay, like multiple condition. If one is fail, then second should be checked. But in the nested if one condition is true, then it will check another condition inside that if condition. So if it is sunny, then it will check about temperature. Okay, so this is a way you can use a nested if statement. So if each sunny, if it is true, like if you see here it is true, then temperature should be greater than 25. Yes, it is greater than 25, then it can say it is hot and sunny day. If it is not, so it's a sunny but not too hot. Okay, and else it is not a sunny. Even like if this is not a true, okay, then it will show it is not a sunny, and if it not sunny, it will not a hot. Okay, so okay, next will be like logical operator with a conditional statement. Okay, so like earlier we were using only single condition inside the if statement, but what if you want to use a uh, two condition at a one time at once? Okay, at a time one time, okay, you can say so if age equal to 80, okay, or has parent permission. Okay, that means like if you see here, like a person want to attend the event. Okay, so there are two condition here. Like first is the like, parent permission. Okay, and second is the if his or her age is greater than 18, then he can go to the event. Okay, so if you see here, like it is checking if age is greater than equal to 80 and has parent permission, then you can attend the event. If it is anyone, like if this one is true or this one is true, because here if you see or logical operator is being used. If it will then both conditions should be true. Okay, so if like any one of the is true, then a person can attend the event. Otherwise, you are not allowed to attend. Okay. So these are like way you can add a condition in your code, and based on the condition you can take action, or you have like you can do any decision making. Okay. Coming to the loop. Okay. So loop. Okay. Like suppose someone want print same thing. Like suppose you have a a long file. Okay, I want to print all the line. So what will you do? You will check the size of the file or line of the how many lines in the file, and you can read line by line. But if you keep writing like line number one, print line number one, print line number two, then it will take too much line of code. Okay, you have to write plenty of code for printing the same thing. Only thing will be different, like it is printing next line. So there is a way you can achieve the same thing with 2 or 3 lines. Like what you will do, you will use a for loop, okay, or while loop, and you will be iterate. Iterate means you are incrementing your line number and you can print. Okay, suppose like if you see here, like if you see in this example, you have a fruits here. I have given only three, but it can be like 1,000 or 10,000. And if you want to print, I like fruit, I like this one, I like that one. If you writing without for loop, then you have to use fruit 0, fruit 1, fruit 2, okay, and again, and it can be 100 of line of code. Okay, so just to reduce the line of code, you can use a for loop. And what I am doing here, like for fruit in fruits, like it will iterate first one, second one, third one, and I want to print I like fruit. So first time this fruit would be apple. This is like this fruits is denoting this one. Okay, so from this list it will going one by one. So that's called iteration. So first it will apples, and it will I like apples. If you see, first time it is print I like apple, next time it like it will banana, like so then it like banana, and next time again it will go next, it will, okay, so it will be orange, so I like orange. So this is a way, like your loop is being uh, iterate. Okay, coming to the range function, it is really useful in the python. Most of the time we use range function to generate a sequence of number. Okay, so like if you see here, in example, for loop number in range 1 to 6. So range 1 to 6 with nothing but it will going to give you some list. Okay, let me show you that also. If you like see, I will just want to copy here, I want to paste here, I want to run here. Okay, and if you convert into the list, okay, let me see what is it is giving you. If you see, it is giving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till 5. It's not going to include 6. Okay, so like what it is doing, it will going to iterate over this list. First time number equal to 1, second time 2, third time 3, okay, fourth time 4, fifth time it would be 5. Okay, and if you see, like this is the string. Okay, so count 1, count 2, count 3, it is being printed. Okay, one by one. Okay, for loop with else clause. Okay, this is a like a special case when you want to use a else with for loop. Okay, so this else statement will going to run after like when the for loop is completed. Okay, so this is useful when you want to read a file. Okay, so like suppose you have given file, so you are reading line by line. So at the end, when the file is completed, your for loop will exit. Okay, from your for loop you will exit, and once you will exit, then you will run the else statement, and in the else statement you can close the file pointer. Okay, so this kind of things you can use through the for else. Okay, so if you see, like it is printing for with range 5, and again 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. After this processing item 4, it is fitting loop completed successfully. Okay, so this is a way you can like use for else. Okay, coming to the while loop, like this is similar to for loop. Okay, but the way of writing is different. Here if you see, like with while keyword it is being used. So while, and after that we would give some condition. So once the condition is given, okay, then based on the condition it will going to run the block of code. But in the case of for loop, we have to make sure that this condition will be uh, fail sometime. Otherwise, this loop will be infinite loop. Okay, so that's why, like, if you see, I am printing here, count. Okay, after that, like, I am incrementing, count equal to plus equal 1. So that means I am incrementing the count value. Earlier it was 0. First time, like, it will print count equal to 0. Next time I am incremented 1. It will go up and check 1 is less than 5. No. Then yeah, 1 is less than 5. Yes, true. Then it will print this one. Then it's increment one more. Okay, so count equal to 2 now, and 2 is less than 5. Yes, then it will print again, and now it will increment one more. So count equal to 3. 3 is less than 5. Yes, again next time again 4, 4 is less than 5. Yes, that's why it's printing till 4. After that, like, count will be incremented. So this time, 5 is less than 5. That's a condition will false, because it's not less than equal to, it's only less than. So 5 is less than 5, that is false. And once it is false, then it will, like, your compiler will come out from the loop. Okay, it will not going to print anything. Okay, so this is a way, like, you can use a while loop, but make sure whenever you are adding a condition, it will going, it should, you are, it must fail somewhere. So we have to add some increment or decrement, statement in the while loop. Coming to break and continuous statement, that's a really, useful statement. So using a break, we can exit from the loop, okay, permanently, and like, not okay. But it's a prematurely. Okay, prematurely means, like, suppose you are, like, going into a loop. Okay, and going into the statement again and again, and based on the some condition I'm exiting. So if you want to, once you will exit, then you will not go inside again for loop. It will go outside, and you can run, next line after the loop. Coming to the continuous, using the continuous, sorry, it will continue to skip the rest of the code, okay, and start the next state, iteration. So, like, if you, receive a continue statement, or if your compiler see this continue statement, then it will not go to the next line. It will go directly to the top, and it will go for a next iteration. Okay, so if you see here, like, I am using the condition num modulo 2, that is for checking the even value. So one, whenever number is a even value, then it will continue. Continue means it will not going to print this line. It will go to next number. So if you see, when number equal to 1, this is not a, even number, then this condition is false. Once its condition is false, then it is printing this. When the, like, number equal to 2, so 2 modulo 2 would be 0, the condition will true. Then it will go to this statement. Once it will, compiler will go to this statement, it will go, next station. Next station will be number equal to 3. So number equal to 3, then again this will not go in this, if statement, and it will print like this. Okay, so this is a way you can use a continue statement. Okay, coming to the nested loop, like, if you are using, a loop under the loop, then you can call the nested loop, same as the if condition in the if condition. So here, like, you can use, like, for I in the range 3, for j in range 2, and you can print I and j. So first time, like, I equal to, 0, and then for that I equal to 0, this will going to run. Okay, then when it all these, um, for this loop, okay, all the j value will completed, then again I value increment. So if you see, for the 0, it is like, 0 0. So this is the j value, 0 1. The next time it will go to I again, 1 0 and 1 1. So 2 0 2 1. So this is a way, like, you can use a, nested loop. Coming to the, infinite loop. Okay, like, we have to avoid that. Okay, because we cannot use infinite. If you are using infinite loop, your compiler will not come out from that loop and it will get stuck. Maybe your memory got full or your computation will be full. Okay, so we have to be like cautious, I can say, with a condition that always evaluated to true. Okay, so use proper exit condition to avoid infinite loop. So like suppose if you see here I have a given while is true. So here like this true means every time this condition will be true and every time it will go inside the while loop. So this is like example of infinite loop. But once you have seen like once you are seeing like that, then what will do, you have to add some exit condition. So if you see here, I have a given a exit condition like user input lower. If user is typing exit, then this condition will true, and when this condition will true, this break statement will be reading by your compiler. Once this break statement will come, your compiler will come out from this loop and it will going to read the next line after the while loop. Okay, so this is a way like you can do infinite loop. Yeah. Okay, coming to the function and module in Python. Okay, let's see how we can define a function. Function is like really useful when you want to write a very uh, like any application or any a brief code. So you have to add a block of code or a similar block of code or like chunk of the block of code into function, so that we can able to understand that what block of code will how it will work, and what is the uh, what is the purpose of that code. Okay, like if you see here this is a way like if you are using def definition keyword. Okay, then you are defining a function. Okay, so def greet name. So this name is the parameter for the greet function. This is the function. Okay, parameter for the greet function. Okay, and it is returning welcome to name. So whatever you are giving as a value in a parameter name, then it will print. Okay, so this is a way like in the function mostly we use in you have a like 1000 of code. If you are writing like a script one by one, then someone any new person will come and will then he have to learn and he have to understand each line, and then he can understand the code. But if you are written in the form of function module and all, then anyone can see that and anyone able to understand that this block of code will going to execute, and this will give you this kind of return and all. Okay, even if you add some comment or doc string, that would be really good for the new person. Whenever they are coming, they will be able to understand very easily. Okay, so if you see, if I am running this, it is like if you result equal to, because here I am giving the like return statement, then it will going to return some value to result. So greet AI0 to hero. So this one is going to feed in this name. Okay, and this name will be here. So welcome to AI0 to here. So in the result it will be AI0 to hero. Welcome, sorry, welcome to AI0 to here. And where when we will print the result, this will be printed. Okay, coming to the parameter, like earlier I have show you like how this parameter being used. So like if you have a written like this, calculate power base exponent equal to this. So this is a default parameter. Like if you are keeping if you are not giving any value to exponent, you are only giving this value to base. Okay, then it will automatically use 2. But if you are like using exponent in exponent value equal to something, then it will keep the power of that. Okay, so if you see like here I'm using the result equal to calculate power 3. So this 3 will be go into the base. There is no like value of the exponent. That's why like it is squaring the 3 like power 3. So okay, so 3 key power 2 will be 9, so it is printing 9. If I keep comma here and I will give exponent value is equal to 3, and if I'm running it, if you see 3 key power 3 would be 27. Okay, so this is a way like you can keep a default value in Python. Okay, coming to return value, I have already written the return statement in above example, but yeah, let me explain return value also. Like a return value will be really helpful if you are if you want to get some output from the function. Okay, then you have to add a return, and you can return whatever output of the that function, and whenever you are like using that function, you can receive the output into some variable. Okay, if you see here like calculating area, I am giving the radius, and I'm able to calculate area and circumferences. Okay, so I am returning this area and circumference, and I can keep this value in the area result and circumference result equal to that that function, and I'm giving the radius value as a 5. Okay, so this value will be returned by this function, and we can use that value. Okay, while I am printing or I am using that. Okay, so this is a way you can return value from the function. Okay, so there would be like a scope. Okay, like local and lifetime. Okay, if you are using a global variable. Okay, so if you are using global variable, then it can like use uh, out of the function also. But one more thing I forgot to tell you, whenever you are using any variable inside like function, so that is scope, that variable scope will be limited, and it will be for the function only. You cannot use that value or that variable outside the function. Okay, so these things like you have to take care. Like if you want to use any uh, any variable outside function, then you have to define as a global variable. Okay, so for now, if you see this global variable, you can use anywhere in the like even in the loop, in function, or outside the function, you can use that. Okay, but if you are defining like this local variable, then you have to use this inside the you know function world. You cannot use this local variable outside this. Okay, so these things you have to take care, like where you are defining and what like what kind of the variable is. Okay, so if you see here, I have like define here one global variable and one local variable. Then you can like uh, able to return global plus local. So this is coming from the here, and this is coming from here. Okay, so this is a global variable, that's why it can be used in the function, otherwise it cannot be used. Okay, but yeah, here in the local variable you can use. If you see, I am able to print 15. But if you want to print a local variable outside the variable, outside the function modified variable, then what will happen? Let's see. It will going to what? Give error. If you see, name local variable is not defined, because it is the the scope of this local variable is limited to the function only. It cannot be accessed out of the function. Okay, outside of the function. Okay, that's why. If I want to like read the global variable, let's see what it will going to print. Yeah, that is a way you can uh, you know define your local and global variable. Coming to modules in the Python. Okay, sometime like if your application is too large, then what we do, we want to keep separate or similar type of things or function into a module. Okay, and we can like import that module, and you can use it. Suppose like we have some, let me do that way maybe. Suppose you have some module. Okay, let me see if I have. Okay, this is my module. Okay, I have like written in my module.py, and I have added a function. So in this you can write any number of function. Okay, and whatever like you want to use, you can like write here, and which function you want to use, you have to just import that module, and you can directly use that function. So suppose here I am defining function add number a plus b. Okay, but if you see I'm not defining here. Okay, I have just commented here so that you will be able to understand that this my module is like somewhere existing. Okay, so uh, this is not a main. Okay, this is a main file. Okay, fine. So here I am importing the my module. This is a syntax to import that that my module Python file into this code. So importing my module, and after that result equal to my module dot add numbers. From this module I am calling this function with a and b value. So what will return? It will add this 3 and 5 by using this function 3 plus 5, and it will return. Okay, so print it. Okay, so this is a way you can define your module in a Python, and you can call this call the function of the module. Okay, there are some like built-in function. There are plenty of built-in function. Even you can see plenty of library was like developed by developers, and you can use those library directly based on your requirement. Okay, like NumPy, Panda, JSKL, all these are already implemented. You have to just understand the syntax and how like you can use it's based on the like whatever like experience you have. So once you will go by code again and again, you will able to learn all the built-in function of all the pandas, skleton and numpy. So building function is really useful because you don't need to write explicitly any code. Okay, because writing the code will take a time. You can use direct functionality of a given library, I can say. Like suppose you want to like square or root. Okay, so what you are doing, you just call the math library and math dot sqrt, and you are giving 25. So that way you are able to calculate a square root. But if you want to write the square root function, then you have to do all those calculation and all, and you have to return the value. So just to like get rid of those writing a code by your own, you can use a built-in function. Okay, so this is a like random built-in library. Okay, so random dot rand int, so it is going to return some int value between 1 and 10. Okay, so that way it will get into the random number. So if you see, you can print a square root of the 25 and a random number between 1 to 10. So this is where you can print. Okay, coming to the doc string and the comment. So this doc string and comment are really useful for any module or any function. Okay, because this is will going to really helpful for the new person. The person can able to understand about the functionality of the function by reading the doc string and the comment. Okay, so this should be a habit for everyone or every developer. Okay, so like you can define a doc string by after the function definition. Okay, defining when you are defining the function, after that you can define the doc string, and doc string will be three double quotes. So like you are giving three double quotes. After that you can write your doc string, and you can close with the three double quotes. Okay, so if you want to access the doc string of this function, then you can use print on that function name and dot this doc. Okay, and once you will done, you will able to see this thing. Okay, so okay, so I hope you are able to understand. Okay, let me know if you have any question. You can comment. Okay, and I will see the comment, and based on that I will like reply. Okay, thank you everyone, and please like, subscribe, and share this video. Okay, so that like other person can also take a benefit of this. Okay, and please subscribe because that way you will able to get touch with Python, and even whenever I will develop or I will create any video, then it will reach directly to you. Okay. Thank you so much and happy coding.